And how you doing today?
Doing well. Just, this gray week we're having, trying to
I
wishing for some
know it's
sunshine.
really become here in the New York area. We finally had rain after having no rain for
Yeah.
months and months and months. Now we're getting rain every day, gray skies rolling in. I think we're getting April showers, even though it's
Yeah.
May. Kind of depressing, but that's what it is. So we're here to talk about marketing, everybody. Great to see you back. And so just to remind everybody about how this meeting goes, we have three parts. The first part is just sort of broadly discussing some interesting marketing trends and talking about things that will be of value to anybody who's listening. We are broadcasting at this moment to master members, but also on the social media platforms as well. But those folks obviously don't have access to some of the things we'll be talking about in the second part of this meeting, because we dive into the nitty gritty. We look at the specific marketing plan that Horsesmouth has created for you to execute. And we'll be talking about what we have teed up for you in the month of May, and then looking ahead to what we have for you in June. And then we have a couple marketing questions. Somebody's asked us a question that you may have scratched your head about before. One was, how can you approach a colleague who's in a professional organization with you, but how can you approach them without feeling like you're soliciting them? We're going to get to that. And then our second question is, somebody's been says, I've been hosting these monthly webinars for my clients and I'm getting good results, but I really would like to expand beyond my clientele. And I'm looking for some alternative approaches to reach a broader number of people. So we'll get to that in member questions in part 3. So Devin, let's kick off with part 1. I'm going to throw it over to you. The topic is social media marketing, how to share your content online.
Whoa. Yes, thank you, Sean. So last month, for those of you who are here, catch the replay, we talked all about drip marketing and how to drip out to your email list, different content to share there. And of course, that's one very effective way of getting your communication touches out, is to send it directly to your list. But if you're looking to expand your reach beyond your list or even grow your list, one way to be able to do that is through social media marketing. And we've talked a lot in advisor client and in different master member programs about different types of social media marketing, right? We have organic social media marketing, which is, posting organically on platforms. You're not paying any money to get your content in front of people. And then we've also talked about the paid advertisement options on platforms like LinkedIn and Facebook. And so those are kind of two different avenues you can take to get your content out on social media. And today I kind of want to briefly talk about both of those options, how they differ and how to use those different methods and when one might be more effective than the other. So obviously, starting with organic posts is probably going to be the easiest way to get up and running, but you are somewhat limited on your audience on that, right? Those people have to either be liking or following your page, connected with you on LinkedIn, or maybe, they have friends who are liking and following your page and it pops up on the news feed. It's more randomized of who's going to actually come across it, who's not already a fan of yours online, we'll say. But posting organically is still extremely important to building your brand online, because any sort of prospect is going to check out you online, your website, social media presence before they ever decide to pick up the phone or schedule a meeting with you. So we want to be sure that our business pages on platforms like LinkedIn and Facebook do have those organic posts on a regular basis, because people are going to look at those in their decision-making process. So first, I want to talk about the organic options for posting. And that's a great place to be sharing resources that you have through your Horsesmouth membership, things like article reprints or the client handouts that we offer, those two-sided cards. Those all make really good social media content. Videos, right? If you can film short videos, those are great organic content as well. Promoting any events that you're doing. Those are the types of things that you're going to be posting organically. Another thing to remember on social media is that people are a little bit, they want to see your personal side on social media too. So don't be afraid to show, behind the scenes photos of your team. If you're doing client events, post some pictures or some video from that. That really allows people to get to know you and your team on a more personal level and makes you feel like a person rather than a business that they're interacting with. You would be surprised how many advisors I've spoken to who have said like their most popular posts on their business page have been a photo of their dog. That is always good. Again, the client events you're doing, or just, fun facts about people on your team, right? Maybe even your clients know you really well, but maybe they don't know some of the other people on your staff. And so giving them the opportunity to see and get to know those people, it's also kind of great content to be sharing organically on Facebook or LinkedIn. And those are typically the two platforms that I recommend most advisors start with, because I think they have the greatest potential and reach for the target market that most of you are going after.
Devin, I just wanted to say, I think you're a little incorrect about the advisors posting pictures of their dog. It's not pictures of their dog. It's the director of Barkington.
Yes. And that's even better, right? Coming up with kind of these fun, nicknames or things. I know if you go to Debbie Taylor, she writes for Horsesmouth a lot. Her website, she actually lists her pets as, team members and gives them little titles and descriptions. And it just, it lightens things up. People love animals. And again, it's just, fun content. You'll be surprised of how many likes that will get versus, a really informative article about Social Security. The dogs always win, or cats if you're a cat person too. So that's where we are with kind of the organic option. And you want to be posting regularly, right? It doesn't need to be 5 times a day. I know that's kind of not obtainable for a lot of people, but daily or 3 times a week is a really good place to start. And you don't have to come up with every single post on your own, right? Like I was saying, use the content that you have. So article reprints, handouts, videos you've done in the past. You can reuse content. And vary up the kind of form that you're posting. So video, photo, articles, infographics, see what resonates with your audience. And then, try to kind of come up with a pattern or a schedule of content that you can be regularly sharing. And of course, you can cross posts. So things you post on LinkedIn can also be posted on Facebook at the same time. But you want to have that regular presence. So you're staying top of mind. But more importantly, when you move to the paid advertising option, when people go to check out your organic page, they see that you're active and that you're regularly posting and that you're a legitimate business. So having an organic presence actually helps when you move to the paid option later on, because it proves to people you're here, you're active, you're posting, and people are more likely to interact with your paid advertisements and also your organic content.
Right. And just to point out to master members who are on the call, Doug Pierce is going to be doing an advisor video bootcamp training program starting, I think, May 17th?
Yep, the 17th.
Yep. And, one of the things that people will be learning there is really how to record a very short video that you can send to clients, that you can post on social media. Doug did an example of one the other day. He posted a slightly longer than 1 minute invitation to an upcoming event, to one of Horsesmouth's, well, one of the presentations that you would be delivering for your clients. And, it's very natural and looking at the camera. There's no glitz. There's no, things flying off the page or swooping across. It's just very straightforward, looking into the camera, very unslick, which actually kind of stands out in some ways, because it's natural and you're just, speaking directly to the camera and, making a very earnest invite to come to an event. So those are other kinds of things that people can be posting as well. So, Devin, you're going to now do a demo of the Horsesmouth web reprints. Is that right?
Right. So now we've kind of talked a little bit about posting on social media, and for our master members and our advisor client members who are with us here today, we have made posting our content on social media a little bit easier for you. In addition to being able to post it on social media, we've also made it easier to email that content out to your list. What I'm about to show has been available to master members since the beginning of the year now, but we've now rolled it out to advisor client as well. But I realize some of you who are master members may not know about this feature or know exactly how to use it. So I went ahead and filmed a demo earlier about how to use this new feature. So we can take a look at that. And note that I filmed it using the advisor client library. So if you're a master member, you do, of course, have access to this advisor client library that I'm going to show. But all of this is also available in the Master Member Center, and it works exactly the same way. So just so you know, if you're seeing the advisor client header and you're used to seeing the Master Member Center, you can access it in both places. But I just filmed this in advisor client for our members there. So I'm going to go ahead and share that. And of course, if you have questions throughout, feel free to enter them in chat and we can get to those a little bit later on. So here is our new web reprints and how to use them. Hello, everybody. Today, we are going to be talking about how to use the web reprint resources in the article reprint library as part of your advisor client membership. So to begin, we're going to start on the reprints tab of the advisor client website. And when you land on this page, you'll see some instructions here that are going to guide you through the process of using our web reprints. So it's important when you get here that you read these instructions, but in today's video, we're going to be walking you through all the steps you need to know to use these web reprints. So to begin, as you scroll down, you'll notice that all of our marketing calendar reprints, which are part of the Financial Insights campaign, which we recommend that you send out every month, have their own section here right at the top. So no need to go searching for the reprints each month. They're going to be here with all of the resources that come with these new web reprints. So for example, let's use the May reprint here, which is called A Workable Solution for Baby Boomers Near Retirement. In addition to the web version of these reprints, we also created a handful of resources for you to use to get this new piece of information out to clients and prospects. Those are hidden here under the resources tab. So to begin, we're going to click the resources tab, which will then open up the resources that are available to you. So to start, we have an email that you can use to send out to your clients and prospects, sharing the web reprint. We also have a social media post and an image that will go along with that, that post that you can make on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you want to be active. But to start, let's talk about how to use these in an email format. So to start off, we are going to simply copy and paste the body of the email. And of course, you are free to edit these however you see fit. But hopefully this is a good starting point for you to be able to send out to your clients and prospects. So we're going to copy this. And then I'm going to go ahead and just open my email tab for you. Of course, I'm using Outlook as the example here, but you can use whatever sort of email platform you use to send out your client communications, whether you're using some sort of CRM or whatever you're seeing there. So we are going to open up a new email and we are simply going to paste the contents into this email here. So you would personalize it with the name. Of course, if you're using a CRM, you can automate this so the first name will go in. You'll add your name at the bottom. And now we need to add the actual link to the reprint so your clients and prospects are able to read it. So in each of the resources, we've bolded where that reprint is going to go. But to start, let's go back to our reprint page, and we're going to click on the web link right here. This is going to open a new tab that will show you exactly what the web reprint is going to look like. Now, in this example, it has my personalization up here, but for you, it will have your personalization auto-populate into this resource. So as you scroll down, you can see what the reprint looks like. And then when you get to the bottom, it will have your disclosure information down here where you see the X's on mine. So to go back up, let's make sure we can copy this link to add to our email. So right here, you're going to click copy link to clipboard. It's going to let you know that it has copied it. You're going to hit OK. Let's go back to our email. And now we're going to highlight the text that we want to hyperlink to the article, which will be the title. Again, this is in bold on all of those email resources. I'm going to go to insert hyperlink, and I'm going to paste that hyperlink right in there. Now you'll see it switches to that hyperlink text, and you would be able to send this out. If we go back to your reprints, we also give you a subject line so you can copy and paste that into your email. and then of course set it out to send out. Like I said, I'm doing this in Outlook. If you want to send this to your whole list, you would obviously want to use whatever sort of marketing platform you use to send out your mass emails, and that will get it out to your entire list. That's the email portion of the web reprints. But I do want to quickly go back to what the web reprint looks like itself. So as I said, this is what your client will see when they open up the link. And what's great about these is that there are a couple options that your clients or prospects can use to share this reprint with their friends and family. So number one, they'll have the option to copy link to clipboard like we just did in that example, and then they can email it out to their friends and family. And they can also download a PDF version of it, which they can, print out for their records, save on their computer for their records, or share with family and friends as well. When they do download the PDF, it will also have your contact information on it at the top. So they'll be able to, contact you easily when they're looking at that reprint. So this is what the web reprint itself looks like. And then going back, let's go through our resources again. We've done the email. And then if you wanted to add this to social media, we have the social media post for you and this image as well. For example, let's say that we want to post on LinkedIn with this reprint. Now, if you've ever posted on social media before, you know that sometimes when you include a link, those platforms will auto-populate an image that doesn't look that great. They usually take a preview, and sometimes it just isn't as eye-catching. That's why we've included these images that you can save to your computer and use in your post. So I'm going to walk you through that process in case you haven't done that before. So you're going to right click on the image, and again, there are instructions here, so if you forget, you can always read through it. We're going to right click on the image and do save image as. I'm going to save it here in my pictures as May web reprint, so I know exactly where it is. And now it's going to download to my computer here, and I'm going to post this on LinkedIn. So I'm going to go over to my LinkedIn page. Get rid of this down here, and I'm going to start a new post. So this dialog box is going to pop up. And to start, I'm going to upload the image that I just saved to my device. So I'm going to click photo. And I'm going to go into my pictures. And I saved that as May web reprint. So I'm looking for that here. For some reason that didn't save. So we're going to use this as an example. And then we're going to hit done. And now we're going to be able to add our copy in here. So I'm going to go back to my resources, and I'm going to copy and paste the little post that we created. Again, you can, change or customize this as you see fit. I'm going to go back to my LinkedIn. I'm going to paste it. And now, of course, we need to include the link as well. So we're going to go back here, copy our link to clipboard, put it here, and then we would hit post. You can also schedule your posts on LinkedIn, so you can schedule it for later. What's great about this option in particular is, like I said, we have all of the reprints for the marketing calendar done. So if you want to go through and schedule each of these remaining posts for the rest of the year on something like LinkedIn or Facebook, you can auto schedule those to go live on whatever day you see fit. So overall, these are kind of an overview of our new web reprints, which are part of the advisor client membership. We hope that this makes it easier for you to share this content with clients and prospects, and easier for them to be able to digest the content and share it with their network. We are working on, creating a full library here with all of these resources and web versions. So more will be coming soon, but take a look at the library. And okay, that is our demo. So
Good.
I don't know if any questions came in, so I'm just getting my Zoom back up. So yes, that's live now on the Master Member Center. It's been live for a while, but also an advisor client, so you can go and check it out yourself.
Yeah, check it out yourself and send it to your email, and look at it on your phone too. They both come in, they populate very smartly. It looks very good, very impressive. item for you to have. And of course, we talk about this every month in terms of the article reprints. This is just a new format of the article reprints. And again, when Devin was showing you in the reprint center, there was one link that said resources, and the resources are the images that you would use to attach to your post so that it's not pure text. But Devin, good. Thanks for that. And now we move on to part two. We're going to talk about May and June. What do we have going in May?
So May, we have the reprint that I was just kind of showing in that demo. It's a workable solution for baby boomers near retirement. It's all about options that people have retiring, working a little bit longer, working part-time, delaying retirement. So here's the PDF version of that. So this is nice. You can see the difference between the web version and the PDF. You can see the design is very similar. So it looks like they go together, and has the personalization down the side there with what would be your information, which is Sean's information here right now. And it goes through, working longer and all of that. So this is our reprint for the month of May. The theme is retirement planning, so that fits in with that. And then our recommended presentation for the month is actually our Savvy IRA planning for boomers. That presentation is part of our Savvy IRA program and available to master members as well. And it has been updated for Secure Act 2.0. So there's a lot of good new information in here, which Sean has just now pulled up for you to see here.
Yeah, I'll just fly through these just for a second in case people aren't familiar with the presentation. As with all our presentations, they come with notes. The notes are also in a separate Word doc, so you can just kind of study them without being caught up in looking at your PowerPoint. If you want to get more familiar with them, they're also, of course, embedded here in the PowerPoint as well. This is a great presentation to be putting on for your clients. People are, gathered these IRAs over the years, having different jobs or inheriting them. And, it's amazing that people don't pay as much attention to them as they do. But as they get closer to retirement, they're like, hey, what are we going to do with all these things? How are we going to properly use them so that, they're part of people's retirement paycheck, right? Part of the retirement income plan. So anyway, just giving you a little look at some of the slides here. And that's what we have teed up on that front for this month.
Yep, so that's for May. And then our June theme is estate planning. So our reprint for the month of June is called When a Bad Executor Ignores Your Will. And this is a reprint about choosing an executor, why it's important. It was written by Elaine Floyd, and is a very interesting piece to send out to your list. Again, we have the PDF version of that, but we also have the web version of it available. So if you've already sent out your May piece, maybe June is the first time you try out that web reprint version with this reprint that's going to be available. And then our prospecting webinar for the month of June is all about estate planning. And it's a new presentation this year in our generational program called Why Estate Planning, Why Now? And again, Elaine Floyd created this presentation, and it's all about the importance of estate planning and kind of estate planning 101, the basics of it, why you should be doing it, and why clients and prospects should be worried about that, and how to get started with you or with a strategic ally that you've partnered with. So another really important topic that is top of mind for a lot of people. So definitely want to give that one a try, either in person or as a webinar for your clients and prospects.
Devin, I just wanted to go ahead and mention, there is this additional alternative.
Yep.
As well. This is in the advisor client area. It's open to master members. Are you seeing that on the screen, Devin?
Yep, I am.
All right. So this is the Life After Work, How to Create a Good Life in Retirement presentation. It's part of our retirement income planning campaign and advisor client. And so, it's another thing you could be presenting this time of the year as well. And it is a 47 slide presentation, and it kind of steps people through, starting to think about that whole issue of, speaking of their paycheck in retirement, kind of sets the table for, people understanding how to start thinking about what they're going to do and how they're going to do it in terms of replenishing, their checking account each month once retirement rolls along. So you have that option as well. So wanted you to know about that. Okay. Any questions? No? Good. Well, Devin, that brings us to part 3. And was teeing up the questions before. And question number 1 was.